Hi all, welcome to computer science class, and this is our lesson 5 session 1. This lesson is about Photoshop. Good morning. Busy at your works? Okay. So we have completed our chapter 4 arrays and functions, and now in this session we'll be dealing with chapter 5 Photoshop. Okay, let's start listening to today's class. And today's class is, yes, correct. It is chapter 5 Photoshop. So we are going to study about Photoshop. So what are the key concepts that is being discussed in this session is introduction to Photoshop, and then what is a pixel, and then tools, the different tools used in the Photoshop like pen tool, eyedropper tool, zoom tool, hand tool, blur tool, crop tool, slice tool, magic band tool, and layer panel, and layer effects. So all these tools, the main objective of this is you are just going to learn about the basics of the Photoshop. What are the tools being used inside the Photoshop? At last you will be able to use the tools in the Photoshop, and you can implement the tools to a picture or an image or a text. So all these things will be the major outcome of this lesson Photoshop. Okay, see, look at this. Some pictures, you are giving some effects, everything. So all these together combines your Photoshop. Yes. So Photoshop in general, in earlier days when you have taken your photos using your cameras, it will be printed as such. And now when you look at the albums at present days, you will see more and more effects in that albums. A person who is somewhere will be merged here, or some background effects. All those things will be added additionally, right? So these things can be done using your Photoshop. Even you can change the color of your face. So those who are in dark skin will have a light skin color. Okay, so even that can be changed using your Photoshops. Okay, the Photoshop effects we are going to discuss here. So actually, it is an image editing software. It is a software. It is developed and published by Adobe Photoshop, and it is used to modify this digital photographs and graphics. So what are the photographs you have? All those photographs you can modify, or you can include some graphics. Everything you can do using your Adobe Photoshop. It is an editing software. And the default extension for this file is .psd, that is Photoshop document. But when you have a large file, it will be the extension PSB. So .psb, that is nothing but Photoshop big. Okay, so how a photo generally looks like. So what is a photo comprises of? So how we are going to depict this is a photo. So this is basically done with the help of pixel. So before going into the pixel, let us discuss what are the uses of Photoshop. So you can create images, you can design graphics for a web page, website, newspaper, or a brochure, or you can create a photo collage. What is a collage? Yes. So you have multiple photos combined together into a single picture. So you might have kept this as your DP in your WhatsApp. So data picture, you'll be having your friends photos, or when you want to wish your parents, you can keep your parents, the earlier days photos, and the photos with you, all those things together in a single picture. That is collage. Collage is nothing but combining together, so assembling the pieces of photographs in combination. Okay, that is your collage. So it is a technique. Make picture by assembling pieces of photographs in combination with the graphics. So you can create a realistic photo that is not real. You can modify the photographs. You can correct imperfections in your photographs. That is nothing but you can change the dark skin color to light skin color, or you can cut the hair, or whatever effects you want. You can modify the color of the hair. Everything that can be done using your Photoshop. Okay, so as I told, a picture generally comprises of a picture elements, that is nothing but your pixel. See, in your screen, when you are seeing the screen resolution, it will be showing some screen size and the pixels, how much pixels you want in your screen. So pixels are nothing but a small point or a single point in a graphic image. So everything in an image will have only points. So the dots, all the dots together combine to a single element. So pixel, expansion of pixel is picture element. So that is nothing but a single point in a graphic image. So it divides the display screen into thousands of pixels. So one screen will have thousands and thousands of pixels, and it will be arranged in rows and columns. Those pixels which are grouped together, which are very close together, will be appear as if they are connected. So that will be grouped together to form a single image. Okay, so what are the file formats? So what is a file format actually? So whenever you use a Word, what is the extension of a Word document? Yes, it is .doc. And what is an extension of an Excel file? Yes, it is .xls. And PowerPoint is .ppt, right? So similarly, why this file formats is required? Yes, in order to identify what kind of file we are using, we are dealing with. Either it is a Word document or an Excel or a PowerPoint or an image or an PDF file, everything we have to identify using this file format. Okay. So various file extensions we have is .bmp, that is bitmap image, .gif, GIF image, that is graphics interchange format, and .eps, .jpeg is nothing but joint photographics experts group, and .pdf, that is portable document format, .tif, .pst. What is .pst? Yes, it is Photoshop document, and .psp is Photoshop big, for big images. Okay, so first we are going to use only two extensions. One, by default it is .pst, otherwise you can use .psp. So .psp is a default extension to save images, and this file has a maximum height and width of 30,000 pixels. Okay, so you have a 30,000 pixels together combined for a pst. And for psb, .psp, that is Photoshop big, it is also called as large document file format, and maximum height and width is 3 lakhs pixel. There is 30,000 in PSD, and here PSP it is 3 lakhs pixels together, and the length limit of 4 exabytes. So what is an exabyte? So you'll be representing the storage capacity using this bytes. So 8 bits combined together 1 byte. What is 4 bits? Very good. It is nibble. And 1024 bytes together forms a 1 kilobyte. That is 1024 KB forms 1 megabyte. And 1024 megabyte MB forms 1 gigabyte. 1024 GB forms 1 terabyte. So 1024 TB forms 1 petabyte, and 1024 PB forms 1 exabyte. So this kilobyte, KB, so this is the higher order version. So the least one is the bit, next comes the byte, then KB, MB, GB, TB, PB, and at last exabyte. So exabyte will be the largest thing. So PSP is, yes, it is going to store large document file format, and here it is 4 exabyte. Up to 4 exabyte it can store. That is 1024 petabyte 4 times. Okay. Fine. Now, coming to the tools. So, what are the tools we have listed? Yes, it is a pen tool. So, what is the use of a pen tool? Why you are going to use this pen tool? So, it is a powerful tool to draw images on our objects with accurate path. You can draw an image or draw an object. Okay, you can draw a line, everything using some anchor points. So you'll be having some points. These points will be interconnected and it will be forming an image. So draw a line by clicking in one spot and clicking elsewhere to add anchor points. So you'll be placing the mouse in one point and then move on to some other point, click over there, it will form a line or a image or an object. So the distance or the line placed between these anchor points is called as a path. So from one anchor point to another anchor point, the line which is drawn, it is called as a path. So this is a pen tool. Okay, next you have is eyedropper tool. So what is an eyedropper? It is used to change your or choose your foreground and background color. So from the image itself, you can select your foreground and background color. What is the color of the image? Based on the image color, you can choose your foreground and background color. So this is your eyedropper tool. It is similar to your ink filler or an eye drops, whatever small thing you will be using this eye drops. So that's why it is called as eyedropper tool. So what are the steps? First, you select the foreground or background in Tools panel or Color panel. Then select the eyedropper tool and then click the color from the image to be used as a foreground or background. So you just select an image. From there, you pick up the eyedropper tool from the Tools panel and then you can click on the color, whichever color you want as a foreground from the image you can select. So that is your eyedropper tool. Okay, next, what is this? Yes, it is zoom tool. So this is your zoom glass. Have you seen your zoom glass anywhere? Yes. So in your biology lab, you might have seen this zoom glass that is used to enlarge your picture or enlarge the object. So you can enlarge it or you can reduce it. So zoom tool is nothing but you can have a closer look of the image by selecting the area to be zoomed in. So you can zoom in and have a closer look and you can zoom out to come to the original image thing. So zoom out, hold Alt key and click any part of the image. Okay, so this is a zoom tool. And then this is your hand tool. So what is a hand tool? You might have seen in your PDF documents, you will be having a select tool and a hand tool. Hand tool is nothing but for navigation, for moving. Select tool is nothing but to select the lines within the document. Okay. So hand tool is used to, yes, it is used to navigate the place of the image by the click and drag of the image to the particular place. You can navigate, that is move here and there, move around. So double clicking the hand tool also will resize the image. So when you go for a double click, then the size of the image will be either maximized or minimized. So that is your hand tool. So next, this is your blur tool. What is a blur? Have you seen any photos with out of focus? So when you are taking a picture, something in the background will be not clear. That will be in out of focus. So those things are called as blur images. That is not clear images. So here, blur tool, it is going to make your image into some outdated. That is, it can either smoothen or soften the look of the image. Okay, so smoothen in the sense, uh, clarity is not fine. Sharpen is soften is the nothing but you can make the image so clear. So what are the steps that is being followed in blur tool? Create a file by using Ctrl+N, then open an image file, select the blur tool from the toolbox and then click on filter, blur and radial blur. So you have different types. So this is blur tool, sharpen tool and smudge tool. Okay. So this blur tool will create an illusion of motion and add focus to a picture. Okay. So the popular tools here are blur, sharpen and smudge. So once you click on this radial blur, it will be giving your blur image. So look at this example. So this is an original image. So when you go for a filter, blur and select this radial blur, then it will be giving this blur image. Okay, so this is your blur tool. Next, crop. What is cropping? Exactly. So you are going to select the image whichever you require. So this is one common operation. So even in your photos, that is you are going to place in your data picture, whatever photos you want, that alone you can crop and take it separately. So that is here called as crop tool. So that is done using this crop tool. So it helps to crop a portion of an image. So it hides the pixel instead of deleting. It is not going to delete the other parts. It is just going to hide. So that is your crop tool. So activate the crop tool, click and drag the image to be cropped, then hit enter. So look at this image. I'm going to have this outside areas to be hiding instead of deleting, that I am going to crop this rows alone. So after cropping, see my image, this background part has been hidden. Okay, so this is your crop tool. So next is your slice tool. So what is a slice? Yes, cutting. You can, have you seen a jigsaw puzzle? Yes. So you have different pictures spread out somewhere like that, and you have to select the pictures and arrange the pictures in a sequential order to form a whole image. So you have to arrange a jigsaw puzzle. So those puzzles will have multiple images combined together. So slice is nothing but a single image. You can have a multiple slices. You can have a jigsaw. You can make it as a different pieces. You can rearrange those pieces of image. So as per your imagination, you can rearrange it, and you can save those images or save those pieces into different file formats. Okay, so this is your slice tool. So that is nothing but it is used to divide images into different sections, and this is majorly used for web designing. And select the slice tool, click and drag on the image. Now click and move the portion to different positions. So look at this slice tool, they have give a cut over here, and you can move this image somewhere else. Similarly, you can make multiple slices in a single image. So that is your slice tool. And next, magic wand tool. So look at this symbol. Some magicians will be using, or you have seen an angels when you give, when they give something like that. So they'll be showing this magic wand. It will be appearing, right? So similarly, in a magic wand, you will be selecting some image things, and you just give this magic wand, it will be appearing as a separate part, or the color will be changing. So it selects the area based on the pixels of same color. Here we have seen this example of same color. So the color of the selected portion can be changed with the help of the paint bucket tool. So you can change the color using some paint bucket tool. So the steps is open the image, select the magic wand tool from the toolbox. So click on the portion of the image whose color is to be modified, and the areas get selected based on the pixel color. Next, select the color from the color box and then click on the paint bucket tool. Now the old color will be replaced with a new color. So this is your magic wand tool. So simply on a magic, it will be changing into different color. Okay, so next we have this color. Color is nothing but RGB, that is red, green and blue. So it displays the foreground and background color of the image. So these are the different tools other than a hand tool, magic wand tool. You have different things. One is color, swatches and styles. Next is your swatches. So swatches also for selecting the foreground and background color for the image. And then you have this styles is nothing but the way of representing, how you are going to represent. Okay, so you can select, view and apply layers styles using this new style icon. So you have this new style icon here, all these different icons. Using this icon, you can change, or you can view, or you can select, you can apply all those things in your image. So these are the other tools that is being used in your Photoshop. And now a major important thing is layer. So layer is nothing but it is an important tool that is used to edit Photoshop, and you can have one or more layers. So layer is like a glass sheet. So you have seen layers. See, even in your phone, you have a glass top over your phone screen. So that is one layer. Okay, so even in an ice cream, when you have gone for an ice cream, you will be having a layers, different layers. A thick layer at the middle, a juicy layer at the top, and some spicy layer at the bottom. All those things, right? So these are the layers. It can be edited independently without affecting the other image of the. Okay, you're not going to affect other parts of the image. Instead, you can edit independently the different layers. So layer panel, it is nothing but what are the different layers that is being present is denoted in your layer panel. So see, look at here. This is your panel. In this panel, you will be having what are the layers that is being displayed or shown. It will be showing here. Okay. Next, working with layer. So what can all be done using a layer? So you can create a new layer, you can show or delete a layer, hide a layer, you can sort the layer, that is arrange the layers. Sorting is nothing but arranging, reposition, so you can move here and there wherever you want, you can place the layers, and then you can merge two or more layers. So what is creating a layer? So how to create a layer? You click on layer, new layer, then your new layer dialog box opens. So the shortcut key for creating a layer is Shift plus Control plus N. When you give a Shift plus Control plus N, you will be getting this new layer dialog box. So you can name the layer, you can give the background color and then the maximum opacity, then give OK. Fine. Then hide or show a layer. So to hide or show a layer, you can use this layer visibility button. So by clicking on the layer visibility button, you can hide or show a layer. Then delete a layer. So select layer to be deleted. So whichever layer you want, you can delete it. So how you can delete a layer? Click layer, delete layer on or click on the delete layer icon from the layer panel. So you will get a confirmation message. Then you just click on OK to delete or No to cancel the deletion. Okay, then sorting a layer is nothing but rearranging the order of layers in the layer panels. So you can rearrange multiple layers, whichever want to come in the first, second, all those things you can rearrange. Next, merge layers. So merging is nothing but combining two or more layers together. So you have two different things. One is what are the layers that are currently visible? You can merge all those layers, or you can merge the layers whichever you want. That is the selected layers. So you can merge the selected layers with the layer present below the selected layer, or else you can merge all the layers that are currently visible in the layers panel. Okay. So the option that is being used is keyboard control is Control plus Shift plus E for merging the layers, all the currently visible layers, or click on layer merge visible. Okay. For to merge the selected layer with the layer that is present below, you are using Control plus E or click on layer plus merge down. So you are going to select this merge down for merging the layer that is being present below the selected layer, and to merge all the visible layers you are using this merge visible. Okay. So layer effects. So what are the effects that can be done using this layers? So you have blending options. You have multiple blending options for giving different styles to the layers. So look at this. These are the blending options. Drop shadow, inner shadow, outer glow, inner glow, and satin color overlay. So whichever option you want, you can select it, and those will be shown as an effect in your image. So when you select and give OK, those effects will be given in your layers. So look at this available styles, and you have to click OK. So look at this examples. So this is for a text. So you have type a text work as worksheet, and then you are selecting this options in your styles, layer styles, then the effect will be shown as such. Similarly, for an image, you are just selecting options, and those options will be That layer effect will be displayed over here. Okay, so now whatever we have discussed, let us do it as a practical thing using your Adobe Photoshop. Let me show some examples in Photoshop. Show some live examples. Okay, so you have to open up your Adobe Photoshop. So this is your Adobe Photoshop, and as we have discussed, see, this is your toolbox and all the tools that is being present here or listed here. So if you click on that, you will be getting what is the name of the tool. So this is your crop tool, and this is your slice tool, magic wand tool, and this is your path selection tool, hand tool, zoom tool, everything is here. And this is your colors panel, and then this is the layers thing. So colors, you have the swatches and styles and color together in a single panel. Okay, so first let us open up an image. Okay, we'll just check on how to blur an image and how to see. Let us take this image, open. Okay, so first crop. We'll see how a crop looks like. So take this crop, select whichever area you want to crop, and then give the tick mark, that is okay. So the image will be cropped here. Okay. Similarly, that is the other details will be hidden. So zoom. So zoom is nothing but, yes, zooming in, enlarge. See, look at this. You are zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. So whichever image you want, just keep over it and give zoom in. So this is zoom in. Okay. Next, we'll have one blank thing. First itself, we have seen about the pen tool. So look at this, a symbol that is similar to a pen tool. Okay, so pen tool is nothing but, click on the pen tool, keep it over here. So this is what is your, yes, it is an action point. Move to some other location. So from one action point to another action point, this line is called as a path. So you can have one more thing. This will be creating an object, or you can have some other design images. So whatever things you can have, you can use this pen tool and you can create it. Okay. Next, blur. How to blur an image? Again, let me open this image. What is the option we have told? See, filter, blur, and use this radial blur. Let me show it in a clear image. So this is not looking better. Just open this image. Go for filter, blur, give radial blur. Okay, see, the image has been blurred. Okay. Next, what we have seen next? Yes, layer effects. So layer, you have this layer style blending options. We have seen two examples. So first, let us take an empty untitled thing. To type a text, you have to use this T, text. Give this, I'm giving welcome. You can change this text color here. You can give some other color also. Select the text, change the color, give OK. So the text color will be changed. Okay. Now to show the layer effect, see, look at this. All these things we have done here, this will be depicted in your layer. So to go for the layer effect, layer, layer style, blending options. You'll be getting this layer style options. You can give inner shadow. See the changes over here. Outer glow, inner glow, and satin, stroke. See, color overlay. Whatever options you want, you can select. Then give OK. So this is for a text. For an image. How to do it for an image? So let me take this image. So layer, so let me take this image. Layer, layer style, blending options. See, outer glow. Look at the changes in the images. Inner glow, stroke, the colors which you want an outer layer. So this is your pattern overlay. Gradient overlay is nothing but the darken the image. Color overlay, single color depiction. And bevel. See the changes. Texture. Okay, so these are the different layer styles that can be done for a image. So we have seen for it, this is pen tool. We have seen how to blur an image, crop an image, everything we have seen. Okay, so this is your sample. Try out all these examples. So you have lab exercises to blur an image, to add layer effects, everything. So try out this. So that's all with today's session. Let's go for a quick recap. So what are the concepts we have seen? Yes. Pen tool, crop tool, blur tool, slice tool, magic wand tool, eyedropper tool, hand tool and zoom tool. All these tools we have seen, and some concepts on layer and layer effects. What are the layer effects we have done? Okay. So now it's assessment or activity time. So I have given an activity in your new game, that is word wall. Try playing this game. It will be quite interesting. And you have an assignment, some exercise in Photoshop. You have to open an image and blur it. You have to add layer effect to an image as well as an text. And you have to crop an image. Okay. So that's all with today's session. Stay home. Stay safe. Thank you.